Hey everyone, it's Kathy Zilski. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I've got a fun card featuring a new tag die from me and a new sentiment collection. And it features something that I really love. And that thing is scraps. Oh yes, I store scraps. I don't really have a bin, but I have these shelves and I break them up by Roy, GBiv, and the neutrals, but I keep every scrap that I discard here, and that's what I'm going to use to make the bulk of the card today. All right, now here are the products. I have the fantastic scrap pile. There it is. Just those are the colors I picked. Just random, yeah. Well, they're in rainbow order. Okay, they are rainbow order, but that's the colors. And I'm going to be using this tag, and what I want to do is create a whole series of strips using the scraps, and I'm going to use this Oh Happy Day tag. Now I designed this tag because I thought, number one, I love tags, but number two, I thought this would be really great not just on a package, but on a card as well. So that was my thinking. And then I also have this new set of sentiments, and they're just kind of basic and they cover a wide range, and there's some fun ones in there. So I don't know, you might see one that rings your bell, so to speak. Now I'm going to use some other products as well, but let's get started. All right. My first goal is to cut some strips, and this is kind of funny because I started cutting the strips, and my brain, it could be middle age. I'm just going to say it. In fact, I think it is middle age. But I knew I needed multiples of each strip, but in my mind, I had to do each one of the colors separately. Yeah, I have no idea why I did that. And as I was watching this back, I'm like, Kath, you could have just done a couple at a time. But here's the thing. There is no measuring going on with this. I didn't measure like each one will be a quarter. I just cut by feel, okay? So none of those are equal, and that's fine. Now comes time to glue these strips down. Now I've just got a piece of cheap white copy paper. And I basically learned how to do this from watching the one and only, the Yoda, the macaroni and cheese to card making. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but I learned this from watching Jennifer McGuire. And I have done some strip cards before, so I kind of had the idea down, right? Just put your strips together, go in rainbow order, and repeat. And make sure you have clearance for your tag. So I'm just going to cut off the little excess here and the little excess there, only so that it fits better in my die cut machine. And then I'm going to take my bone folder and just give a really good press, because I don't want any of this to come loose while I'm die cutting it. I really want it to all stay together. The other thing I'm going to use is a metal shim, this sort of adapter plate thing, because then I know I'm going to get a good cut. This is not something I want to run through several times because I just didn't want to screw it up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to crank it. Ugh, so much effort in there. And what I do before I get too crazy with the popping out, I flip it over just to make sure, and the cut was just perfectly clean. Those adapter plates are really great. I didn't know if I needed it because it's not like that white card or the white copy paper was that thick, but I didn't want to take any chances. All right. And then I'm just going to pop these out, and you could save these for another project. I like to say things like that, but I'm not actually going to use them for anything. Just putting that out there. Now I'm pulling out my Cuttlebug, Swiss Dot Cuttlebug folder, and I've got a panel of Neenah Solar White 80-pound cardstock. And I've trimmed that down, oh gosh, I think it's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. That is the measurement. Put that embossing plate panel that comes with your spell binders, it comes as part of the whole die cut machine, because I wanted to create a panel with texture. That's all this is, just a nice white dotty. Oh, I love it so much. I love that. It's my favorite embossing folder. I don't have a whole lot, but that one is definitely top shelf, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm just going to take some sticky tape runner and adhere a piece of fun foam to the back. This is how I like to do it. I sticky tape the fun foam to the panel, and then I went ahead and put some foam squares on the back of my tag. But we'll get to that in a minute because I gotta work in order here. So I've got my card base. This is going to be top folding 5.5 by 4 1/4 wide. This is the Neenah Solar White 110-pound classic Crest. And I'll just give this a good press down with my bone folder. And I don't use the folder that comes with the Scor-Buddy. I just, I have my favorites. I play favorites. But I do like to tape down my cards. You could also do this with, repositionable adhesive. Now, I do like liquid adhesive, though, for putting the popped up foam panel onto the card base. This liquid glue from Gina has become my favorite. And also, you can create subtle messages that no one knows is there except you, but you know. But the thing I do like about the liquid adhesive is that you can kind of move that panel around until it's perfectly framed on all sides, and that looks pretty good to me. Next, I'm going to remove all the backers off the foam squares, just like that. I probably could have put another couple tiny pieces in, but I didn't. You live and you learn. And then I'm going to place that down right in the center of the card. Now that could have been done. It could have been done. I think that looks really good actually, but I decided to add a sentiment to this. And there are a lot of sentiments on here, but I really liked the one at the very bottom, "You are resplendent." I don't think we use resplendent enough. It means like sumptuous and magical, and it's good. It means you're awesome. So I figured this would be appropriate for a card where, you want to tell someone they're awesome. So I'm stamping this down on another scrap from whence I cut strips, and you can see it, I die cut something. I don't know, I ended up not using it, so I put it in the scrap bin, but I'm using it here. Putting on some white, alabaster white powder from Brutus Monroe. But as I started to heat set it, look at the N. I was like, oh man, that's not going to work. So I redid it. So you'll see there's two here. Okay. Now I'm going to use these banner dies on the good "You Are Resplendent." And I like to tape these down. I look straight down. I bring my platform for the cutting machine right to my table so I can look down, get it in place, run it through, and then I have a beautiful strip, just like that. And now I'm going to use the little corner notches that come with this banner die set and just put those in position. I like to tape each side down so it doesn't move. And I'm going to repeat that on the left once I cut the right out. And when I'm done, I have a quickly notched banner. I've put a little thin foam squares on the back of that banner. And now I am just going to pop that up right at the base of "Oh Happy Day," just kind of picking up that lavender. I thought it was a nice subtle way. And that's it. I could have added more. I could have put a little bit of twine up in that hole at the top of the tag, but you know what I say? I say, "Oh happy day." This card's done. So that's it. A simple card made with scraps and a cool tag, and well, you are resplendent. Thanks so much for watching. I would love to have you become a subscriber, and I will see you back here again with another card project soon.